Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Good morning, crypto friends. How are we doing out there? Coming at you a little bit late, but still live. It is Thursday, May the 13th. Bitcoin, big drop here, but bounce is in play, so buy that freaking dip. But don't buy, don't take advantage, or don't take advantage, don't take advice from me. Some dude on YouTube, not financial advice or nothing like that. You know the drill. Let's get started. BTC USD up 1.2%. 1.2%. Support off the 48,478.53. Dead cat bounce, and then up found resistance up at the 51,383.0. Let's move on to Ethereum, ETH USD. Ethereum, we had support at the 3584.48 and resistance at the 4065.52. And still see that all-time high sitting up there nice and pretty waiting on us. So we'll watch that as we move through. Moving on to BNB USD, Binance Coin. Blew out the stop loss, came all the way down. Everybody panic pants. And support 579.946. And we found resistance coming back through. Trying to get above that 100-day moving average at the 621.31. Moving on to Cardano, ADA USD. As I indicated, made a new all-time high here. Well, let's get that up there where it belongs. And resistance up there at we're sitting right on it as we speak. The previous high there at 1.850. So watch for that $2 mark for ADA, and then gonna look up at the support level right there at the 1.77, and then we'll get that stop loss up there just beneath those moving averages. Let's move on to DOT USD. Big sell-off here as folks got liquidated again. Some kind of greed got them. And as I mentioned before in some of these videos, there are these sites where you can go leveraged 10x, 15x, 100x in some instances, and then so people get too overextended, long and short, and get their accounts liquidated. So be careful out there. Not something I recommend doing at all. So we're looking at 38.98 support and resistance up there at the 41.04. Let's have a look at the Doge. Doge got through a stop loss and stopped us out. So we have a new support level at the 0.3762. And resistance up that 100-day moving average. Finding very difficult times trying to get through that 100-day at the 0.4542. Moving on to LTC USD. And get down there at the support. Let's grab that thing. Here we go. Support level at the 303.73, and resistance going to be coming back through 333.18. Moving on to LINK USD. We have our support level at the, sorry, I'm kind of distracted here watching things go crazy again with YouTube, but we're still live, I think. So 41.00 round psychological number, 41.00, and then we are looking up at the 44.97 resistance. Moving on to XLM USD. Stellar. We have support there at the 0.587, and you're gonna have resistance coming back up through the, and we'll grab that stop loss and get her out of the way. There, resistance up at the 0.640. Let's have a look at Vechain, up 8% off that bounce. Nice bounce for Vechain. And we have support there at the 0.1636. And resistance going to be in that 0.186. We did get into the oversold. That was a nice oversold bounce, so watch out for more to come. Moving on to FIL USD. Somebody hit the panic switch on FIL USD, but we got support at the 108.62 and resistance up there at the 124.39 for FIL. Moving on to Storj. We before we move on there, keep an eye on that RSI. We are oversold, so we'll be scouting a bounce off of FIL. Moving on to STORJ USD. Support level down there at the 1.646, and then your resistance is going to be 1.838, coming back through. Moving on to Internet of Things, IOTA up 7% off the bounce, as we did see a big drop on everything. There we are. So we have support at the 1.73 and resistance at the 1.93 as we retest that as we speak. Moving on to COMP USD. Let's get it all done. Nice bounce off that 100-day moving average, so we'll be watching that healthy bounce. And coming back through, we got 796.27 resistance and 753.20 support. Moving on to BAT, Basic Attention Coin. Looking at support 1.140 and resistance there at the 1.24 for BAT. Moving on to Ethereum Classic. Let's grab that thing. There we go. Nice bounce off the 100-day moving average as well. So we have support at the 81.686. And we'll be watching resistance there at the 95.782. Let's have a look at MANA USDC. And we have support at the 1.2084 and resistance coming back up through the, there we are, 1.30. Moving on to ZIL USD. Blew out all these stop losses, and that is okay. We can reconvene after that. There we are at the the 0.176 support for ZIL, and then you're going to look at the previous high there at the 0.1942. Moving on to NUUSD. Let's get down there at that previous low all the way down at the 0.380. And we will go up here and grab that previous high there at the 0.425. As you can see, all this support now becomes resistance climbing back through. Moving on to NMR USD. We have support down at the 56.06, and your resistance level is going to be there at the 60.585 for NMR USD. Moving on to the graph token GRT USD. And I was wondering what all these alarms was meaning when I was trying to sleep. Now we know. All these stop losses going off. Support down to 1.2666. And resistance up at the 1.382 for GRT USD. Moving on to UNI. We now have support set at the 37.213 and resistance all the way up at the 39.38. AAVE USD got a good climb out there. We're still going up. We're up 10.75%. And we have support at the, yep, we'll hold that one there, 509.37. And resistance at, we can come down a little bit lower there on this double top, on these two previous highs at the 597.399. Excuse me. MKR USD. Okay, let's see if we can grab these things without, there we are. So we have support down there at the 45.72. And climbing back through, you're going to see resistance right there at the 5125.37 for MKR. Moving into the NFTs now and looking here at audio. AUDIO USD. Support down there to 1.76. And resistance coming back through is going to be 1.92. Almost there, folks. Hang in there with me. CHZ USD. We have support down at the 0.411 and resistance coming up. Got through that one, and so we're going to be looking at 0.4512. Looking at Theta, THETA USD. We have support 8.875, and then we have your resistance level is going to be 9.85 for Theta. ENJ BUSD. We have support at the 1.9854, so roughly the $2 range, and coming back up through 2.1483 resistance. Wrapping up with Harmony One, ONE USD. And we have Harmony One sitting down at the 0.1030. And resistance level coming through is going to be the 0.1157. So taking a look here at Bitcoin dominance continues to fade, which has got some folks kind of nervous as the stock market continues to drop off as well. So we're down to 42.57 on BTC.D here on TradingView, indicating the percentage of the total crypto market cap, which is actually up for today at $2,206,000,000,000. As you can see, we're up in the 2.48 yesterday. So folks, that does it for me for the day. Thank you for stopping by. Hit that like, subscribe. Keep those stop losses tight for the day, and we will continue on here at the Crypto Morning Show.